Welcome back to another episode of SMS Games Talk, and this is Doom 3, The Dark Ages official trailer review, and there's a lot to get through, and I'm super excited. I did not expect all this news being dropped so soon. We also have an official release date as well. Oh, I can't tell you how excited I am. I'm really pumped for this. All right, let's get into it. Before he became a hero, he was the super weapon of gods and kings, yeah. Oh, this is going to be so good. Oh, wow. Oh, I love it already. And I haven't even gotten into it yet. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the trailer suit. Oh, the soup. Oh my god, look at that. What is that? Oh, it's got like a magnetic shield. Oh, here we go. Oh my god, that's so fucking cool. Holy, what gun is that? Holy shit, it's got skulls in it. Oh my god, the fucking shield. Oh my god. Oh, you can fucking throw it. And it comes back to you like a boomerang. Oh my god. I'm fucking gonna say, oh my god, it's just fucking. That's like a fucking nail gun. On steroids. Oh, what was that? The ball chain. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Oh, they're so fucking cool. Coming 2025. Yeah, cool, awesome. Okay. So we know we're getting it this year. Here we go again. Oh, that is so cool. Look at the hordes. Oh my god, look at that. I love the fucking chainsaw shield. Oh, that is just... Oh, look at that. Holy shit. Oh, what was that, like a power-up or something? Oh, I love the fucking train. Can't believe that we're getting gameplay with the train. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my fucking god. We're getting a huge mech to fight the fucking Titans. Oh shit, they've got their own guns. Kicking the fucking mech in the face when it's May 15th. Holy shit. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is so fucking awesome. Oh my god. That is, oh, I'm so jealous.
Hello, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on its tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid, I mouthed the words.
Oh my god. I'm so fucking ready for this. Such a fucking badass.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer.
Oh, look at that.
This is a prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series.
Yeah, because
and if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat. In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank.
Wow.
Heavy, strong, but still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal.
You completely fucking overkill, like, power.
And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again. Just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom: The Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
Oh.
Block. Throw. Parry. Deflect. All from one input. It's contextual. Tons of depth on a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot.
Yep.
And in Doom: The Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
Awesome.
And the Shield Saw will give you the strength to go head to head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created at id. But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail?
Oh my god, the iron flail.
Or maybe an electrified gauntlet.
Oh, cool.
Or even a Doom spiked mace.
Oh my god.
That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee system. All on one input, complete with combos and upgrades. And it's totally awesome. And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system.
Oh, that's so
From
cool.
any angle, in and out, as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable, smashing your way through the horde with total freedom. And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The trigger.
Yeah. Holy shit, what about the bone crusher?
That's right, we've saved the best for last.
Oh,
Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created.
Oh my god.
Mean. Ancient.
Oh, that's got some holy
brutal
shit.
torture machines built to butcher, impale, and shred the minions of hell with. Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom: The Dark Ages.
Oh my god, this is so fucking cool. Look at that, you are completely overpowered in all the best ways possible. Yeah, and shoot doesn't get it done. That fucking sword shield. Holy shit. These demons, holy shit. Oh no, I thought in fucking Doom and Doom Eternal you were bloody overpowered. Holy shit. Oh my god, it explodes in the fucking skull. That shield sword. Oh my god. That's something else. Come on, you Ingwa. Come get it. Oh my god. Rip a jump.
And under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them best. You can slow things down
You can put it to your
or
difficulty
speed them up.
level. Okay.
It's a Doom for all Slayers.
So if you want a bit of a
gameplay
challenge,
doesn't end with just the
but more
Slayer.
story, but still a bit of a challenge.
We finally have for you. You've been waiting for 2 games now to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlan, which is a mech. It's the size of a building.
Holy
it's
shit, look at that.
powerful. And you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists.
Holy
And if
shit,
that
I
wasn't
explained
enough,
how the
we
Titans
also
are.
have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon.
Oh,
Neither of
fucking
these are
hell.
one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini
Oh
bosses.
my
The
God, they
spectacle is
just
epic.
fucking
The
went
Power
overkill,
Fantasy is
but in
unlike
the best
anything
way.
we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these
Holy
features are deep
shit.
and tons of fun. And as cool as all that is, we
that's
know
not
that
cool.
fans of single-player action games
That is
expect
more
more
than
than
less
just great
fucking
combat to
awesome
pull
beyond
them
that.
through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages.
Exploration.
Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond. And through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut
That thing is so
Leap.
fucking useful.
and smash your way
Ah,
through
yeah,
environments
yeah.
full of secrets and treasures.
Getting all
There's
pissed off
always
with the
something new
environment.
waiting to be discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages.
Yeah? Okay.
In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates
Oh my God.
and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to
Wow,
engage
look
with
at that.
as you see fit, with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources. You control the pace of the game,
I'm just
Where
sitting
you
back
go-
and enjoying this.
who you fight,
Oh my.
and the objectives you pursue. It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches. Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
Holy shit, what is that? Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. That is so cool.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be
Unfortunately,
composed by
it's
the
not Mick
award-winning
Gordon.
team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes,
It's
and
still gonna
pure
be fucking
adrenaline.
badass. Soundtrack
You'll
already
feel like
sounds
you're
badass.
expanding the legend of the Slayer with every
They
mission
know what
you
they're
complete.
doing.
And
Story.
speaking of that legend, the story of Doom: The Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer
What is
imprisoned
that
at the start
fucking
of our
rubbish?
story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players.
Yeah, you keep
It's
saying that.
easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes,
Good.
featuring new characters,
I was sick
old
of fucking
allies,
reading.
and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments.
Yep.
It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
Oh, some God of War shit going on. Wow. I'd love to sit in one
We've
of them.
got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make.
Wolfenstein.
And make something that's good enough to become
Oh, yeah, that's
the
good.
best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom: The Dark Ages releases,
Oh, shit. 15. Look at that. Oh, jeez. Okay, so as you can see here, the first thing I'll get into before I get into all the news about everything. So, as you can see here, you've got the standard edition. Oh, hold on, I just wanted to zoom out. So we've got the standard edition, which is $119. Again, this is AUD, so Australian. And you got the premium edition at $169. Still not as bad as WWE 2K25, the Bloodline edition, being at $200. But still, these are some fucking expensive games. But do I say it's more than worth it? 100%. What do you get in the premium edition? You get Doom the Dark Ages up to 2-day early access. Wish it was like 2K25, or wish you got up to 7 days early access. But again, it's at $170. So campaign add-on, which is that like the Ancient Gods DLC? I hope, like where they have some add-on DLC to it. That would be awesome. Like the Ancient Gods, digital art book and soundtrack. That would be so cool to go through. Definitive skin pack. Oh, Divinity skin pack. I don't know how to pronounce that. Void Doomslayer skin. So now that we go back. And also, what we have is we have the collector's bundle. Now here we don't have GameStop. We have EB Games in Australia. $339, and you're getting all of this. So there's a better screenshot of it that they actually showed off. So
it's for you to decide. And Doom.
So we'll go back here actually, and I'll put the volume down.
The Dark Ages releases.
Yes. So we're going to go through. I'm just going to put it at the collector's bundle. It's $339 from EB Games. Comes up very fast. There we go. This thing is awesome. Like the statue and everything at $339, so $340. My God. And you know they're bumping the price just because of the statue and also the fact that you're getting the key card. So you're getting the steel, you're getting the key card replica, the steel book, the statue as well, which looks fucking mad as. And then you're also getting all the DLC, the skin packs, everything. But this is the hard copy. So, okay, again, let me just go back here. And then we can go to that. That, I gotta be honest, this whole thing is just ridiculously overkill in the best ways possible. This I am super excited for. I didn't even know they were going to make another Doom game. Like I'm there and I'm sitting there and I'm, playing all the classic Doom games. Classic Doom 1, 2, Doom 64, Doom 2016, Doom Eternal. And I like Doom is one of those games that I never ever get tired of coming back to. I let it go for a couple of months, but there's so many games at this point now. Not a whole lot, but there's. As I said, classic Doom 1 and 2, Doom 64, Doom 2016, Doom Eternal with the Ancient Gods DLC and everything that you can do with that. And also the fact that in the classic Doom games 1 and 2, you can go back and they're allowing these creators and the fans to do their own maps, to do their own sort of DLCs or add-ons as they call it. So that's always something to go back to in the classic Doom games. That's what I love about Doom, is that they've never let Doom die. They've always come back to it, even the classic Doom games, and putting the add-ons, letting you go full God mode and just play through everything. Like seriously, Doom is just one of those games that's absolutely timeless. And it's one of my, just like a lot of people, I'm a veteran player, so I'm a vet. Doom was one of those games that was always there for me in my childhood. Like no matter what shit was going on in my life, good or bad, I was able to just sit there at the computer and just get lost in Doom all day. Like all hours of the night, all the hours in the day, and you could just sit there, and classic Doom was just one of these games where it just never got old. No matter how much graphics evolved, no matter how better gaming console systems we got, Doom, even to this day, the classic Doom games still hold up. And that's why I'm like, when that announcement came in last year that they're doing Doom 3 The Dark Ages, and the reason why I call it Doom 3 is because you've got Classic Doom 2, Classic Doom 3, 64, then you got Doom 2 Eternal, and then Doom 3 The Dark Ages. That's how I put it as anyway. And I make the whole story connect in my head. So this, obviously, as I said to the Codex and the Slayer Testaments and stuff, right? We don't want to sit there and read a whole bunch of shit. Like, when I play a game, I'm playing a game for the sake of playing a game. I don't want to read Codex entries and stuff. And the fact that they have put the Slayer Testaments and the Codex, and it's all cutscenes now, it's explaining what happened in Doom for him to be in that sarcophagus, for him to be in that tomb, to be encased at the start of that game. This is explaining everything before and everything that I felt like Doom 2 Eternal was trying to do, the little flashback cutscenes and stuff. This explains absolutely everything. You know, this goes back and it creates a whole game of where did the Slayer come from? Why was he created? How did he get all these powers? You know, and he was, as it said at the start of this video, he was a god of kings. He was the ultimate weapon of gods and kings alike. You know, they completely made him overpowered so he could kill all the hordes, but this is going to be super fun. Like every Doom game, every modern Doom game that they've made, Doom 2 Eternal, now even Doom 3 The Dark Ages, and every game has its own special thing. Doom was special because it was like giving you that modern taste on what the classic Doom games were, but a modern taste of it with modern graphics, a modern story, everything. It just felt like the Praetor suit being introduced and everything they did, from the super shotgun to all the different guns, and being able to have mods on it as well. And, you know, being able to like throw the grenades and everything. It was just like, you couldn't do all that. And the glory kill system, that was a big thing. That's what I thought they got from Brutal Doom, that mod that a creator did the Brutal Doom, where he's like kicks him and he puts his finger up and says, fuck you, and he's swearing at him. And it's kind of like Wolfenstein, classic Wolfenstein meets classic Doom, right? And there's all this blood and gore, and you hear the imps, and you know, you cracked half their head open, and they're making the screaming noises, and you just, the blood pouring out of their head, and you just kick them even more. That's where I reckon they got the glory kill system from in Doom, or Doom 2016. Whenever I say just Doom, just know I'm talking about Doom 2016, just to clarify, if you haven't caught on to it yet. But that's where they put the glory kill system into Doom, was because I reckon they got the massive inspiration off Brutal Doom, or just completely ripped it out of Brutal Doom and did their own thing. Except for they didn't make the Slayer talk and do insults like Wolfenstein and like Brutal Doom did, and they didn't allow you to put the finger up. But it was still the glory kill system, and for what it was worth, the Slayer is a silent protagonist, right? And the way that he just has these subtle bits of little attitude and cutscenes, and you can just, you know, you can just tell it's like you can read like a mute character. You can tell when they've got so much personality, they don't even need to say a fucking word. You can just read their body language and the sass coming from it, you know? And that's what makes the Slayer so special as well, is that he's just got that bit of body language that you can, every so often, you can just read the body language and you just know what he's thinking. And I love it, honestly, I do. So this game looks fucking badass. When it comes to the features of like the big obvious one, the shield saw, that's a bit of a tongue twister, or the saw shield. The shield saw, saying the shield saw is a tongue twister. Saying the saw shield is a little bit easier. on the mouth and the tongue to say the Sword Shield is that, like, don't get me wrong, having the chainsaw in Doom and Doom 2 Eternal was awesome, but it was just used to farm, right? It was used to farm for ammo pickups or, armor, whatever it was. It was just used to farm, So it was good to use, and you still got, like, really, gory kills out of it. But, and I loved using the chainsaw. I loved using all the weapons, but having it be attached to your shield, and this is the thing, it's like, before you thought that you were badass, you were beyond a badass. It's like, if you think in Doom and Doom 2 Eternal that, having the meat hook attached to the super shotgun and everything else, if you thought that, and also being able to have the Unmaker as well in Doom 2 Eternal, and the Fortress of Doom or whatever, the little palace floating place above Earth that the Slayer essentially lives in. If you thought all that was badass, every Doom game is the same but has its own badass identity, if that makes sense. Like, they all do something different and they all have their own identity. Doom had its own identity with being the graphics and a modern take, the Praetor suit on a classic Doom game, being able to have weapon mods, being able to have throwable grenades and stuff, the chainsaw and the BFG, obviously. And then in Doom 2, you had the meat hook on the super shotgun, so you're able to kind of, swing around and stuff. And you also had those fire things that looked like it came out of Super Mario. And, you also just had so much. You had the, like the Predator. You had the shoulder cannon, like the Predator. You were able to, like, you just felt so badass in its own way. Every Doom did its own thing. And it doesn't matter whether you were playing Doom from 2016, Doom 2 Eternal. It didn't matter. It was just a step up every single time. And Doom 3, The Dark Ages, is no different. They literally leave no stone unturned. This is what I wish that they did with the Saints Row games, honestly. I wish that they had taken from, what Bethesda's doing, what Hugo Martin are doing, and what Marty's doing. Like, just take what you did with the last game and make it better. You can do so much more with it, and they should have done that with Saints Row, honestly. They should have taken from what Saints Row the Third did and just build on top of that, instead of just going all silly with it, So honestly, this is going to be one of those games that no matter how many years go on, just like Doom 2016, just like classic Doom, it's going to be timeless. And it is going to live forever. And this is the thing about the Doom games that I love so much, is these games like Doom 3, The Dark Ages, can be out for 20 years and you will never, ever get bored of it. And if they want to keep releasing Doom games in the meantime, I'm always here for it. I never want them to stop with the Doom games, honestly. I want them to go like maybe 5 or 6 years and then release a new Doom game. Go another 5 or 6 years, release another Doom game. And just, but it's like, when is too much ever enough? Like, when will they ever run out of ideas? It's like, well, is this actually going to be the last one? Because they've told the whole story now. You've got the events that happened the events that happened before Doom 2016, that's happening in Doom 3, The Dark Ages. And then goes Doom, and then Doom 2 Eternal. And Doom 2 Eternal is the end. So really, the way that it goes, in story-wise, is Doom 3, The Dark Ages, Doom 2016, and then Doom 2 Eternal, with the Ancient Gods DLC being the end of the story. It's like, well, they've told the story, they've gone, and then they've gone back and told what happened prior to Doom 2016. So, and it ends in Doom 2 Eternal, the Ancient Gods. So, you know, what happens after Doom 3, the Dark Ages? What story can they tell? Because they've told the story, then they've gone back and told what happened before the story in Doom 2016 with the Dark Ages. So, what's going to happen after this? What story could they possibly tell after this? I reckon they're always going to surprise us. To be completely honest, I reckon they're always going to have something. They're always going to surprise us. You know, they're always going to come out of the woodworks and say, well, now this is an extension on the story. This is what happened after the Ancient Gods now. Another power or something happened, and then you're teleported to this different dimension, and this happens, and it's a whole new world. You know, it's the same story, but you've been teleported to another universe, or you've been teleported to another place, and everything's just gone completely bedlam and just horse shit hell, because, you know, the Slayer never gets a fucking break. You know, just when you think that you've completed the story with Doom 2 Eternal, the Ancient Gods, they will always find something, I reckon. Now, whether we are going to get another Doom game after the Dark Ages, or maybe they just say that's it, we've told the whole story and there's nothing more to tell, which I hope that it's like, well, no, you've released 3 modern Doom games. You guys could always release a 4th. You could always release a 5th and a 6th. You know what I mean? Like, be like the Fast and Furious, where you just never know when to stop. And I know people say, well, that's when you find yourself in trouble, like Fast and Furious, because then it gets silly, it gets ridiculous, and people just get tired of it because it just feels like the same thing over and over. When it comes to Doom, I don't give a shit if it feels like the same thing every time. That's the whole fucking point, is for Doom to feel like the same thing with more modern touches, with more better graphics, with more upgrades. I don't care if they make 6 Doom games and they all start to feel the same. To me, Doom is always going to be one of those games that's always going to be worth playing, no matter what. They're just going to put badass on top of badass on top of badass. They will never know when to stop. They'll never know when to quit. And I'm here with my money each and every single time saying, here's my entire fucking bank account. You know, shut up and take my money. If it's WWE 2K related, if it's Doom related, if it's Saints Row related, if it's The Sims related, these are the big games. If it's anything of those games related, I'm hitting pre-order button each and every single time. You know, I wasn't able to pre-order these games when I was a kid and when I was a teenager, but now that I'm an adult, I'm going to pre-order each and every single one of my favorite games, because that's just what you do. Because in your mind, it is always worth it. And Doom, being one of my, if not the childhood favorite game, is always going to get my money on pre-orders each and every single time. So, my take on this, I'm more than excited. I'm more than happy. I'm more than pumped. I'm ecstatic for this, honestly. The 15th of May, as we say here in Australia, because we put the date first. And I know it shits a lot of people up the wall. The 15th of May can't come any quicker. And honestly, it will. We'll get through February. We'll get through March. And we'll be sitting in April. Like, we'll get through February, March, April, and it'll be May before you know it. And honestly, I don't want the year to go too quickly, but if it means that we're getting these badass games, if it means we're getting these great games, I don't care if a month goes too quickly. If it's getting closer to Doom, then I'm here for it, honestly. Cannot wait for this game, though. This has got me really, really, really excited. I wasn't even expecting news. Like, my mind wasn't even there. And I jump on Facebook, and they're showing off the new trailer, and I'm like, oh, shit, you know? Like, I was onto it straight away. I'm like, yeah, no, wow. And I instantly jumped on the PlayStation app and looked at the pre-order, looked at the prices of everything. I'm just like, yep, shut up, take my money. you've got it. Hit pre-order, done. Now, the 15th of May can't come any bloody sooner, you know. And this is going to be one of those games where I'm just going to be sitting there all night. Yeah, because doing stuff during the day, you're busy. But I'll stay up all night, every night, get this done. This is going to just be one of those games that I just binge. And even when it's done, you go through it again because of how great the game is, how fucking perfect it is, you know. I'm just going to stand here for ages, just going around in circles praising Bethesda, praising Hugo Martin and Marty, and just really, like, I beyond love this fucking game, and seeing what they've done with it, it just beyond makes my heart happy. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about it because I keep going around in circles with shit, but you get the point. I'm just like, if this was a how excited are you out of 10, a trillion, a Googleplex, you know what I mean? Like, I am beyond fucking excited. I just can't wait. Honestly, I know we're going to get like, you know, full gameplay videos and stuff and everything, but I don't want to spoil it for myself though. This isn't a WWE 2K game. That I can spoil for myself because I'm buying it regardless. Even though I'm buying Doom regardless, I want to experience the story for myself. You know, and I hate it when these stupid fucking YouTubers come in and they just, like, I know you got a choice whether to watch the video or not. That's why I avoid it. If I know it's like something to do with story and it's giving away spoilers and shit, I want to play the game for myself. As far as I'm concerned, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with what I saw and what I've seen. In this video, it's not giving away anything. It's just the features, telling you the new features and everything that you can do in the game. And I'm there for it. Honestly, if there's any bonuses and extras, I'll watch the videos on that, obviously. But if you're giving away spoilers and giving away story and you know, people are doing like a full 10, 20-minute gameplay of a level, I don't want any part of it because it's going to spoil it. I want to experience that shit for myself. I want the game to be first playthrough is so special because no one's fucking spoiled anything for me. I haven't allowed anyone to spoil any shit for me. You know, it's got to be special for yourself. I get it, these YouTubers got to make a living because that's what their YouTube channels are based off. Practically spoilers and stuff. But, nah, honestly, I want to experience this magic, this absolute pure perfection. God, I'm sucking the asshole of Bethesda too much. You can't blame me, though. Anybody who is a true hardcore Doom fan would have the exact same fucking opinions as me. You can't suck the assholes any fucking more. Seriously, you can't praise them any fucking more for this absolute overkill in the best way possible badassery that's always been fucking known as Doom. You know? The soundtrack. Last thing I will say, Mick Gordon not being a part of the soundtrack because of all that controversial shit in Bethesda not paying or whatever it was. And then, Mick saying some shit on social media or whatever, shooting himself in the foot, whatever it was. Mick Gordon not being a part of this soundtrack is criminal, but at the same time, they know what they're doing. They know we want a badass, heavy metal, they know what we want. Mick Gordon or not, and he's an absolute legend and he deserves all the praise in the world for the soundtracks that he's done for all the Doom games over the years. You can never replace Mick Gordon, but at the end of the day, the soundtrack is still going to kick ass. The soundtrack is still going to kick in, and as far as I'm concerned, it ain't going to feel like Mick Gordon ever left. And I mean that in the best ways possible. I mean, if the soundtrack can sound like Mick Gordon never left, then they've obviously perfected that too. You know, and there'll be a lot of people out there that will disagree with me and say, no, you can't ever replace Mick Gordon. It's not about replacing him. It's just about, can they make you feel like he never left? Right? Can they make you feel like the music is exactly the same, if not very similar to something he would dish out? Now, Mick Gordon, he was great for his uniqueness. You know, not just doing some badass guitar riff soundtrack. He would have done something unique with it. And that, I reckon, is going to leave a hole, yes, in the Doom, in Doom 3, The Dark Ages. I don't think you're going to get some of that unique electronic mixed with the guitar riffs. I don't think we're getting that. But they also got to set it to a medieval thing. But still, you know, when a certain artist does something for a game or a movie or a TV show or some franchise of any sort, you know when they master it, you can tell when they've been taken out of it. You know, Mick Gordon had this uniqueness to the Doom games where you always, like, the levels, every song that played with the levels of the soundtrack to the game, they matched. Do I reckon they're going to match? I think it's probably going to start to feel a bit the same, but it's still going to have badassery behind it. Like, the soundtrack is still going to be kick-ass and something that you absolutely vibe to. You know? I wish Mick Gordon still did the music for Doom. I'm saddened he's gone, but I'm not going to let that ruin the absolute overkill badassery of what Doom is. Just because somebody left and some shit happened doesn't mean I'm still not going to enjoy it exactly the same for if they didn't leave. Yes, it's a crime. Yes, it's a tragedy. Yes, I agree Mick Gordon should have been a part of Doom 3 The Dark Ages. And the fact that he's not is honestly criminal. But I'm still going to enjoy the game all of the same as if he was a part of the soundtrack. As if he was a part of the game. You know? We can all play the game in honour of Mick Gordon as if he died or some shit. But anyway, that's my honest take on Doom 3 The Dark Ages. So as always, because I'm just going to keep carrying on. I could stand here for 5 hours straight talking about this if I didn't shut the fuck up about it now, honestly. That's how ecstatic and excited I am. I could always find things to talk about when I'm this excited for something. But anyway, that's why I do the YouTube videos, so I've got my own freedom and space to talk, honestly, as much as I want. I don't want to go overkill with it, though. Honestly, Doom's just one of those games. It's just one of those games that just hits your heart and soul and just makes you so very fucking happy, and you don't care how much it is. You're always going to hit pre-order on it because it's just it's like the game, you know what I mean? It's just one of those games you just get so overly possessive of. I gotta shut up. I'm becoming like overly obsessive with the game. I know it's just a game, but it's so fucking awesome. I'm pumped. I'm stoked for it. If that hasn't been made apparent for the millionth time. But as always, thank you for watching this episode of SMS Games Talk, Doom 3 The Dark Ages official trailer review. And as always, if you ain't playing it, it ain't worth shit. Take care, guys.